What's up guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. A lot of juicy stuff and a lot of news to get into. Firstly, another presentation has taken place. The presentation of Jules Kounde did take place yesterday and I will cover the presentation. And also more importantly, the press conference. We got words from Mateu Alemany, Joan Laporta, and Jules Kounde himself. Big hits about the future and the president of Barcelona. And of course, transfer news, left back news. We got a lot of updates about that. Also, big updates on the possible return of Lionel Messi and the signing of Bernardo Silva. If of course Frenkie de Jong is sold, we're here right now that Man United are desperate and so desperate to the point they're gonna pay Frenkie de Jong's deferred salary. They're going to pay him 500,000 euros per week just to sign him as soon as possible, and that could be a gold mine for Barcelona. Also, some other big topical points: exit of Neto, Riqui Puig, Braithwaite contract termination, Memphis Depay's future, Abde Ezzalzouli, Collado renewal, Gavi renewal update as well. And finally, the biggest news over the past 24 hours: Barcelona have activated the third and final lever, which is supposed to be, of course, the emergency lever, 100 million euros for 24.5% of Barca Studios. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off by covering the press conference and presentation of the new Barcelona player, Jules Kounde. Yesterday morning, he was presented officially as a new Barcelona player and of course held the annual press conference with himself, Joan Laporta, Mateu Alemany, Rafael Uste, and Johan Cruyff all present. Again, presentation went absolutely flawless. Of course, he signed the contract on the Tito Villanova training camp pitch. Of course, Camp Nou right now going under renovation, but we'll be ready for the Lewandowski presentation this week as well. But again, Jules Kounde has now put pen and paper on a 4-year contract with Barcelona. And now let's get into the press conference and see what Joan Laporta, Jules Kounde, and also Mateu Alemany had to stay. First off, we start off with Jules Kounde. He came out saying, "I'm very happy and proud to arrive at this great club. Very grateful to the president and for the fans. All that remains now is to train and win. I'm going to try and speak Catalonia in the next few months as well." Joan Laporta says, "I welcome and I thank you for your effort that you've made to come here. We like players who want to come to Barcelona and you waited for us. Congratulations to Mateu Alemany, Johan Cruyff, Rafael Uste for making this signing that the coach asked for possible. Xavi was very interested in you and your arrival, and you will show now your quality. I'm sure that you'll have many successes here at Barcelona. The day is very important for our club because we have signed with a very high quality player who was wanted by the manager. He wanted to come to Barcelona and he waited for us, and I want to thank him again for that." Now, Jules Kounde: "I arrived at a very big, ambitious club where I'm going to be treated very well. I can't wait to get started. I want to thank the fans and the president. The conversation with Xavi was very important to me. As soon as I talked with him, I could tell that he wanted me very badly, and Xavi has told me to continue developing in my path I'm currently on. Yes, my experience of La Liga will help me to settle here better. Barcelona's a bigger and demanding club, and the coach is asking me for my 100% commitment." Now to Joan Laporta: "We are optimistic and confident about registering all the players. We are doing everything possible to make it happen, and I hope that it will not be a problem like last year." Of course, it won't be. We'll talk about that near the end of the video. Back to Jules Kounde: "It is true that another club wanted me, i.e. Chelsea, but I waited for Barcelona and Sevilla to come to an agreement. The choice for me was very clear. I wanted Barcelona from the beginning. When I saw it was possible, I chose Barcelona without hesitation." Oh, just rub the salt in the wounds for the Chelsea fans. Back to Joan Laporta: "We are now focused on registering players. If some players end up leaving the club, we will benefit from it in order to register other players. We are working on departures as well. The summer is still long, and we'll wait and see what happens with further incorporations, i.e. Azpilicueta, new left back, and possibly Bernardo Silva." He was then asked about Lionel Messi. He said, "I will not talk about the issue of Lionel Messi because he's currently playing for PSG. We owe moral debt to him, and we will see what happens in the future." He was then asked, of course, about the third economic lever. He said in this press conference, before the official announcement a few hours later, "We are working to sell 25% of Barca Studio for around 100 million euros, and we're on the right track to make it happen. We hope that this lever and the two other before will be enough to register all players." We'll talk about again the lever at the end of the video. I respect the Sevilla a lot. They are a very competitive team and do a good job of that. They always have good players, and that's the reason we were interested in those players. Back to Jules Kounde: "Knowing the league well will definitely help me adapt better to Barcelona because it's going to be very important that I understand Barcelona's style of play and I get to know my teammates as well very well." Back to Joan Laporta, if the clubs that have commented on things we can do or cannot do so, let them continue. We will continue to work regardless of what they say. So a little bit of, digs back at Bayern Munich and Gary Neville as well. Back to Jules Kounde. Yes, of course, a lot of competition in the center back department for Barcelona, especially in the defense. Also at right back, I can play there as well. But I think it's good for the team because there's a lot of games coming up in the season. New face, Mateu Alemany, he was asked a few questions as well. This for me was very interesting. He came out saying that Kounde's agent called us repeatedly to find out whether it was possible for us to register him through the fair play regulations. After the second economic lever was activated, he had an agreement with another team. I told him to calm down, and now he is here. So his agent had some doubt about Barcelona actually registering him. So from the beginning, before Chelsea's interest came in for that second time, he wanted Barcelona. Then they were kind of waiting, like, you know what, let's talk to Chelsea, see what happens there. And then Barcelona activated that second economic lever, which we all knew was very, very important. Boom, Jules Kounde is now a Barcelona player. Very, very next interesting question. Of course, Barcelona right now are looking for a backup left back for Jordi Alba, but Mateu Alemany was asked about Alejandro Balde being that possible backup left back. He said, you have to ask the coach about this. Balde has shown his quality during the preseason tour, but it's Xavi who decides who will be the backup left back for Jordi Alba next season. Back to Jules Kounde. What we have to do here now is grow and learn. I'm very young still, and I'm here to help the team at any given moment. And finally, Mateu Alemany concluded off by saying that we are here to help Barcelona's situation. We first try to convince the players and then see what happens with the club they play in. So he's saying that, look, when we want a player, the first thing we do is contact the player himself. Do you want to join? Can you wait if possible? Salary, blah, blah, blah. Once that's, pretty much agreed, maybe not to the fullest, but 99% done, then they talk to the club, which of course pretty much every big club does. So overall, very, very good press conference. Again, Joan Laporta gave that big hint about the third lever, which of course, if you don't know already, has been activated. Again, I will talk about that at the end of the video. Jules Kounde saying that he's very ambitious, he's very excited, only wanted Barcelona from the beginning. Of course, talk with Chelsea just in case the Barcelona move failed. His agent was bugging Mateu Alemany every single day and making sure this deal was possible, and now everyone is happy. And the most important thing that I think that Joan Laporta said during the press conference is that Xavi wanted the player. That for me is the most important thing. Jules Kounde, officially, I think the most exciting signing this summer, in my opinion, the top center back that we always needed in the defense, and the new Blaugrana. Now, after the signing of Jules Kounde, the club will now focus on a backup right back and a backup left back to come in. Of course, aspect of the operation is well advanced. That should be happening hopefully within the next week or so. But the backup left back, of course, is still another priority. Of course, Mateu Alemany spoke about it in the press conference, and we have been linked with a new name over the past 24 hours. By the way, I warned you about, I told you guys a few days ago, David Rum is going to RB Leipzig. I believe Angelino will become a target for Barcelona as he become available to leave RB Leipzig, and that's now the case. Sport will come out saying that Angelino has been offered to Barcelona, and Barcelona may consider signing Angelino on loan with a buy option. I'll take him over Alonso every single day of the week. I'll take him over Mojica, take him over Reguilon. Galan, question mark. I prefer Collado, but again, we're not being linked with him. And then, of course, that's pretty much it. I think Angelino is a very, very good option. If Xavi wants to play the supposed 3 at the back system, I think Angelino in that left wing back role would be so, so good, especially on a loan with a buy option. You might be wondering, oh, Sport, not that too reliable, but Fabrizio Romano came out confirmed this as well. He's come out saying that Angelino and also Sergio Reguilon have been discussed internally at Barcelona. But Marcos Alonso remains a priority. Cucurella's possible arrival at Chelsea will lead to a good chance of Alonso leaving the club. Of course, I'd love Cucurella, but he's going for 50 million pounds, around about 60 million euros. That's a bit too much. That's pretty much replacing Jordi Alba at that point. We want someone to come in very, very cheap, come in, provide cover 1 to 2 years, and then focus on the left back. Of course, I would love Cucurella back at the club. I think he shouldn't have left to begin with. Bartomeu someone the absolute cheap. I think 6 million euros. Now he's going for 60. Anyways, so Marcos Alonso, I think it depends on Chelsea. I think Chelsea hold all the cards to this. If they sell Alonso on the cheap, 6-7 million euros, Barcelona will be there in a second. But they're still asking for around 13-14 million euros. The club will not budge. They'll take Azpilicueta and go for another option. Again, we're looking right now at Angelino, Reguilon, and I would say Galan and Mojica as the 4 backups to the 1 Marcos Alonso. But again, Alonso remains the priority. The club still want him, but now the backup names are getting some momentum. Now, position for Barcelona this summer that isn't a priority at the moment, but it could be later on in the window if we sell Frenkie de Jong, of course, is the midfield. Again, a lot of hype around Bernardo Silva internally around the club, and also, surrounding the media as well. Firstly, Sport came out saying that Barcelona have reached a full agreement with Bernardo Silva on personal terms. Of course, Joan Laporta came out saying this a few weeks ago. Gold come out saying that Barcelona will 100% sign Bernardo Silva if Frenkie de Jong leaves. We already knew that. And David Roberta from Cutrone came out saying that I believe Frenkie de Jong will leave and Bernardo Silva will be signed in that case. So again, the club keep transmitting to us, the fans, that if we sell Frenkie de Jong, we're pretty much guaranteed to get Bernardo Silva. Again, Jorge Mendes, Bernardo Silva, Man City, and Barcelona all have a, preliminary agreement, pre-agreement on his fee and on the personal terms as well. Apparently, Man City will accept 80 million euros plus variables, and the club will pay that, of course, with the 1-1 rule that we're now in, where we sell Frenkie de Jong for, we can spend every single penny on the replacement, Bernardo Silva. Again, since beginning of May, I'm still in the same standpoint at second day of August. Until we sell Frenkie de Jong, I'm not getting excited. Again, just knowing Bernardo Silva is there does excite me a bit, but I'm not diving too deep like a lot of other Barcelona fans are. Oh, Bernardo Silva, Pedri, Busquets midfield is going to be disgusting. I think Bernardo Silva would be a fantastic signing, of course. No doubt about that. But we need to resolve the Frenkie de Jong situation first. Once that's resolved, I'll be wanking over Bernardo Silva highlights. I'll be saying, get him. Once he signs, I'm going to give me the big, get in there. But until then, I'm not too worried about it. Again, I want to see Frenkie or Bernardo in my midfield. Do I care who it is? Not really. I would like Bernardo just to complete this absolute GOAT transfer window, but I'll be happy with Frenkie as well. For me, the question now is, who's it going to be? Now, a summer signing for next summer that Barcelona are currently planning for this summer is, of course, the signing of Lionel Messi as a free agent, which, of course, right now is getting a lot of momentum in the media. That apparently Lionel Messi will make his decision after the World Cup in around middle to end of December. Now, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Joan Laporta and Xavi want to bring back Messi in 2023 to Barcelona. PSG have communicated to Messi 2 weeks ago their desire to extend his contract for 1 year, but Messi will decide his future at PSG after the World Cup. Barcelona right now are internally dreaming about the return of Leo Messi. They believe how last chapter of Messi went at Barcelona, that was not that way they wanted to be, and Messi and Xavi are still in contact. But of course, there has to be some contact between Messi and Laporta, because there ain't no way Messi's coming back after the scrap they had with Joan Laporta. The PSG board are convinced of Messi, and in the coming months, they want to extend his contract. The option of MLS is also on the table for Messi, because MLS clubs have been wanting him for many years, but Barcelona are also doing everything possible to bring back Messi as well. Messi himself, on the other hand, is focused completely on his games that he wants to be ready for the World Cup. After the World Cup, he will decide his future along with those who are close to him. Nothing will happen this summer regarding Messi. Sky is blue, grass is green. I mean, everyone pretty knew that. Now, Ben Aid came out saying that Barcelona's intention after speaking publicly on Messi is to work silently in order to restore the relationship with Leo Messi. Laporta is the one who is leading this desire. So, of course, over the past week and a half, I would say Laporta, Barcelona, all talking about Messi. But from now on, they want to work quietly, in silence, internally, and it is Joan Laporta that's, of course, the spearhead of this hashtag Leo Messi return project. Of course, there's no way Messi will join Barcelona, in my opinion anyways, without contacting Laporta. I think Messi and Xavi talk as friends here and there. What's up? I think maybe since Xavi became the Barcelona manager, maybe they speak a bit more. I don't think Xavi's saying, yo, come back to Barcelona. I think they talk about, life, talk about the future of the sport, blah, 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 blah. It has to be Laporta first to make that contact with Messi, saying, look, let's, reunite, bygones be bygones. I tried my best last summer, no hard feelings, all that kind of stuff. Now, Gerard Romero came out with this very interesting statement, which I thought was very, very shocking. He came out saying that this week, a study has been requested in the Department of Barcelona to study what would possibly happen. To study what a possible return of Leo Messi would mean for the Barcelona brand. Really? Really? You need a study for that? I can tell you very simple. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollars. Ching, ching. That's what you need to know. Messi coming back will explode. All Barcelona need to do is that once they reach a full agreement with Messi and the contracts are signed, just tweet the GOAT emoji. Twitter will explode. Oh, Cat Radio also came out saying the return of Messi is getting more and more momentum. I mean, I can come out with that report and it could be as reliable. Look, I get with Messi. We'll wait until after the World Cup. Right now, ain't no point of talking and speculating. Of course, every Barcelona fan wants Messi back, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, whatever it may be. For me personally, my dream would be Messi comes back for 1 year, wins the treble, and retires. Or go back to news old boy. I wouldn't mind that either. So, or go to MLS, make some money there. So we'll wait and see on Lionel Messi, but again, no news will happen until after the World Cup. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. A lot to discuss, of course. A lot of Barcelona now are fully focused on exits after signing the main key players. Of course, aspect of they can work on while also focusing on departures. Departure now is the main priority for Barcelona. Let's get into it. A lot of players on the exit block, of course. First up, Neto. Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Neto has rejected officially Celta Vigo as an option, hoping to join a team that plays in European competition. Neto saw Napoli's interest as very favorable. However, the Italian club now prioritizing Kepa on loan from Chelsea, and Neto right now is looking to be a starter. So Celta Vigo already signed their goalkeeper. It's that Argentina goalkeeper from Porto, I forget his name. Fulham have signed Leno. Napoli are going for Kepa. Neto is just out here missing out on opportunities, in my opinion. There's opportunities going left, right, and center. Full starter at Fulham, fight for relegation. You can start week in, week out. A lot of saves, a lot of interactions. Gone. Napoli, they didn't want him as number one. In the end, they got their number one. Celta Vigo wanted him as number one. He said no. I think in the end, Neto will leave. The question now for me is how and where he's going to go. I think you're looking at top clubs in Europe. They're looking for backup goalkeepers. So he either sits at the bench of Barcelona, sits at the bench of somewhere else. I mean, if buts and maybe, I think the club really want to move on from him. I think he wants to move on as well, start a new chapter. For him to be a starter, there ain't no European club that wants him. Juventus, nope. Bayern Munich, no. PSG, no. Chelsea, Man United, City, nope. Liverpool, no. Barcelona, no. Real Madrid, no. Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, no. No top clubs want him. And no top clubs need a goalkeeper right now. So we'll wait and see on Neto. I think in the end he will leave. I think with Mateu Alemany meaning his agents back in Miami, I think that means he's looking for a club. We'll just have to wait and see what club he goes to, and again how he'll leave Barcelona. Whether it's going to be a transfer fee, letter of freedom, or contract termination by mutual consent with some salary being shared. Now, in my opinion, currently the player who is closest to the exit door at Barcelona is Riqui Puig, who is considering that offer from LA Galaxy in the MLS. Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that signing of Riqui Puig to LA Galaxy could be announced in the coming hours, although everything is not done yet. But the deadline to register new signings in the MLS is August the 4th. Of course, I think that's Thursday, I believe. Yes, the player also has offers that his agents are evaluating currently as well. 22-year-old going to the MLS. That ain't gonna look good on Riqui Puig, to be honest. I think Riqui Puig should be doing, a Mingueta, going mid-table in La Liga, playing week in, week out. I think there he can shine. I think going to MLS tells me pretty much that no one else wants you, and you're also going for a quick paycheck as well. Apparently, the sporting director is Victor Vasquez, former Barcelona La Masia player. He played for Barcelona a bit and then played, I think, for TFC, which is, of course, my home club, should I say, down to my club close to my home. Anyways. I don't think this is a good move for Riqui Puig, in my opinion, but hey, if he wants to go there, he wants to go there right now. I'm just desperate to get rid of him. We're currently hearing it's actually going to be a loan move as well, which of course means that Riqui Puig will have to renew his contract for 1 year, then go out on loan for another year. So let's hope with the sale, if he's going to the MLS, I think it has to be a sale. I'll loan him out to La Liga club, but if you're going to MLS with, their schedule completely different, you're joining August 4th, I think the season ends in November, then doesn't start back until May or June. Really, really weird. So we'll wait and see Riqui Puig, but I think at the moment right now, he's the most likely player to leave next. Apparently that he's really considering that LDLC offer. Apparently he's going to be flying to America, medical, blah, 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 agreement on personal terms almost reached. So keep your eyes on that. We'll make a video when that happens, of course. But looks like Riqui Puig is going to be out the door very, very soon. Now, staying in the midfield, next up, of course, is Frenkie de Jong, the player who will generate the most revenue in the sale if he is sold this summer. Again, no really new news on Frenkie de Jong, whether or not he'll take a pay cut and stay or take that move to Manchester United. But there are reports coming in from the UK, beside Manchester, the Daily Mail, and they've come out saying that Manchester United are ready to pay the entire €20 million deferred salary of Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona, and also offer him €550,000 per week as a new signing. I mean, bloody hell, United. My God, United have to do what Barcelona did this summer. Spend that money on 3 quality players for Barcelona: Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kounde. They're going all in on Frenkie de Jong like it's freaking prime Zidane, prime Pirlo, Zidane, and Gattuso all mixed into one. I mean, bloody hell. They can take him for that, to be honest. I'm nowhere near that. I think this report is not that true. There's no way United can be that dumb. Pay 75 million euros for Frenkie plus 10 million euros in variables. Pay 20 million euros for his first salary, 500k a week. You're paying almost 100 million euros for Frenkie de Jong as a whole entire package altogether, which of course is what Barcelona asked for from the beginning back in the beginning of June. We'll wait and see on Frenkie, man. Again, I think the club will need to move on this, get this saga over with freaking August the 1st. We're talking about deadlines back, July 7th, June 30th, we're August the 1st, and I tell you what, nothing has changed from June the 30th until now, except for the fact that Man United and Barcelona have a full agreement, 75 billion euros plus 10 million euros in variables. That's exactly what Barcelona paid to Ajax for Frenkie back in 2018-19. Wait and see how Frenkie. Hopefully, if we can just get to a resolution before La Liga starts, that would be my best thing. Because of course, registration deadline is coming up. I think La Liga starts on August the 12th, so by August 11th, I believe you gotta register all the players by then. So hopefully by then we can get this situation sorted. But again, nothing really new on Frenkie de Jong, besides the fact that Manchester United are ready to pay a buckload of money to sign the Dutchman. Now, another Dutchman at Barcelona who has also been told to leave the club this summer is, of course, Memphis Depay. Now, Mundo Deportivo have come out saying that Xavi has told Memphis Depay that if he ends up staying, he will not get that much game time. The player is open to leaving the club as long as an offer comes in from a big club as well. Barcelona right now want around 20 million euros as a total package for him. Now, we're here right now, there is concrete interest from Juventus. Timo Werner right now is going to RB Leipzig, Morata is staying at Atletico Madrid, Anthony Martial is staying at United. Juventus desperately want a striker to come in and replace, of course, the outgoing Pablo Dybala. Memphis is your guy. I'm hoping now that Juventus, after the failed move for Timo Werner, will make a move on Memphis. I think right now Juventus is our only way out. Top club in my opinion. Italian competition. On paper, the biggest club in Italy as well. Of course, they wanted him back last summer when he was a free agent as well. So I'll keep our eyes on that. But of course, we're still waiting for Juventus to make some movements. I'd also keep an eye out on Barcelona letting Memphis go for free. I think with his salary being an issue for the club, registration, all that sort of stuff, Memphis saying, look, I came for free on dirt cheap, let me go for free. I think in the end the club may accept that last second worst case scenario. Of course, the club want to try to salvage a transfer fee for him. I think I'd even sell him for 10, even though the package right now that Barcelona want is around 20. I'd sell him for 10 plus a couple million euros in variable. So we'll wait and see on Memphis. I just realized I spelled Barcelona wrong there. My bad. I ain't gonna change it. We'll wait and see on Memphis. Again, we're hearing concrete interest from Juventus, nowhere else, as Memphis probably wants to leave to a big club. But again, I think Barcelona will probably push for his exit in the next week or so. Now, over the past 2 years or so, we've been discussing a lot about possible contract terminations. Of course, Barcelona going broke, can't afford these players, yada yada yada. Over the past year and a half, 2 years, no one at Barcelona has had their contract terminated. Well, looks like the first one is coming in the form of Martin Braithwaite. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Martin Braithwaite could terminate his contract with Barcelona, something that Barcelona isn't against as long as he gives up the rest of his salary for his contract for the next 2 years until June 2024. He has several offers, Braithwaite, but the teams that want him, of course, are not willing to pay a transfer fee. Now, they go on to talk about the teams, MLS clubs, Getafe, Arab clubs. Well, who cares? I don't really care where Braithwaite goes as long as he leaves. Contract, I think this is going to be a big, warning to Umtiti, Riqui Puig, Neto, the other players that Barcelona will get rid of. Look, we're not afraid and we're not, shy away from terminating players' contract. I think Martin Braithwaite's contract termination is very, very significant, long overdue. I mean, talk about Memphis not getting much minute. Again, this freaking involvement has been on the floor for like 5 days now, has a better chance of getting to Barcelona's front three than Martin Braithwaite. He's got no chance, zero. Injury, suspensions, does not matter. You have Collado, you have Abde, you have Memphis, Aubameyang, Varane, all over the place. Braithwaite's got no chance. So we'll wait and see. Again, a lot of talk about his contract termination from Mundo Deportivo, Sport, AES as well. So we'll wait and see over the next couple of days. But again, looks like Martin Braithwaite will definitely be leaving the club this summer in the form of a contract termination. Now, a forward who does potentially have a future at Barcelona, just not in the imminent future as he's looking for a loan move, is Abde. Of course, we've been hearing over the past few months that Abde will do preseason with the US tour with Barcelona. If he impresses, he could get into the team. If not, he'll go out on loan. Looks like that loan is getting more and more likely. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Girona has shown the greatest, insist and interest in Abde to the point that they would be waiting for the yes from Barcelona and the player to start negotiating his arrival to Girona. So apparently Girona have been waiting very, very long time for Abde. It looks like now they'll get the green light from Barcelona to speak with Abde on personal terms, and they can agree upon that. They can speak to Barcelona on actual, loan fees and loan terms, all that sort of stuff. Again, Mundo Deportivo also confirmed this as well, saying that Girona are the team most interested in taking Abde on loan. They're only waiting the definitive yes from Barcelona before signing the player. So again, personal terms most likely will not be an issue. Of course, Abde wants to go out and play regular minutes. Girona, newly team promoted, La Liga side, will play week in, week out. Maybe try to keep them up as well. I think this would be a fantastic move for Abde. My only concern is, of course, him facing Barcelona and turning up and scoring a hat-trick at the Camp Nou. I'm always worried about that when we loan out players to La Liga clubs, but of course, that comes with the risk. I don't mind it when players face Barcelona we loan out, but I also kind of don't like it at the same time. If I was a president, I would include that clause of the player cannot face us, because like they do in the Premier League, but some presidents like Joan Laporta probably likes that because they want to come to the Camp Nou, show us what you got, we sent you out on loan, prove us wrong, all that sort of stuff. So we'll wait and see on Abde, but again, most likely 99% he will go out on loan. Question now is where? Most likely Girona. Let's now discuss the players who could be possibly staying at Barcelona this summer. Firstly, Nico Gonzalez. Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Xavi has told Nico Gonzalez that he wants him to stay this summer. Nico, on the other hand, wants regular game time and is open to an option of going out on loan. Jorge Mendes, who represents the player, and his departure will depend on game time. Now, of course, the big question is on Miralem Pjanic. What we're hearing in the media right now is that Pjanic is willing to take a pay cut to stay at Barcelona and be the backup to Busquets. Of course, Nico is happy to be the backup to Busquets, but wants regular game time. Again, like I said in the video the other day, if Xavi's gonna play Busquets for 90% of the games this season, just rinse him out for his last year at Barcelona, go all in, perform every single week, and then retire, I would stick with Pjanic and then loan out Nico. That way Nico can get regular minutes, week in, week out, develop, come back when Busquets leaves, take over. Of course, I'd prefer that Nico stays, trains with Busquets for the entire season, week in, week out, learn from him. But again, it depends on how much Busquets will play. If Busquets will play like 60, 70% of the games, I would stick with Nico. Say, look, you'll get some game time, not that much, but the most important thing right now is to learn from Busquets, train with him, get your game time here and there, and then next season, you're there as a starter. I don't want you going out to an Elche, play there, then come back and learn the Busquets way without Busquets, if you know what I mean. But of course, Pjanic performed very, very well in preseason. You know what? I'll give him his props. That Juventus game was disgusting from him. We all know the Pjanic had that in his locker. Again, currently sat on 300,000 euros per week. He's going to bring that down, in my opinion, to 80,000 at least. Get on that Sergio Roberto wage, in my opinion, and then we can have discussion. So we'll wait and see. It all depends on if, buts, and maybes. But what's clear right now is that Nico wants minutes this season, and Xavi will give it to him if he stays. Question now is, will Xavi pick Busquets or Nico to be the backup for Busquets? Now, along with Miralem Pjanic and Nico, another player who also impressed in preseason on the US tour is Alejandro Balde. Now, Sport have come out saying that good performances in preseason camp have opened up the option of staying for Alejandro Balde. If he does not stay, he will be loaned out 100% because Barcelona want to keep him and want him to develop. Again, 100% agree with that. I think what the club will do now is go for Marcos Alonso, maybe one or two backup options, maybe Angelino Mojica, Angelino Reguilon. They'll dive in the left back market a little bit. If they can't get what they want for a good price, they'll say, you know what, screw it, let's keep Alejandro Balde. I think that'll be the case. If not, if they do get Alonso, Galan, Armaldo, Angelino, whoever it may be, Alejandro Balde loaned out. Hopefully as well to a La Liga club, in my opinion. Premier League, I think is a bit too physical. I think Balde's a technical player. Serie A, I wouldn't mind. Bundesliga, I'd be okay with. And then you have Liga, which is a dead league, so I really don't know. So I think La Liga club would be perfect for Alejandro Balde, but again, we'll wait and see. He does have good chances of being the backup for Jordi Alba, but again, if he does stay, I want him to be used. Do not play Jordi Alba for 95% of the games like he has done for the last few seasons. give him, 75, 80, and give Alejandro Balde some minutes as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Alejandro Balde does have chances of staying at Barcelona and being the backup for Jordi Alba. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Alex Collado. This is coming in from Mundo Deportivo. They've come out saying that Alex Collado has renewed his contract with Barcelona until 2024, although it was not made official. Xavi likes him and considers him a good footballer, but he has a lot of competition, of course. Collado needs to decide if he will leave on loan or stay as that fifth choice winger option for this season. I think I'm good with either one. I think having that fifth option is important for, rotation, also for injuries. Of course, Dembele, he's still on glass knees in my opinion, although he's doing well over the past few months. Rafinha, you never know. Varane, he's, in and out all the time. Ansu Fati as well, in and out all the time. So I think keeping Collado, with Collado and Abde, I think keeping one, loaning one is also a good strategy. Also, you can loan out both. But with this renewal, I think Barcelona have in mind to loan him out. I think, again, getting Messi is very, very important. But also, I wouldn't mind keeping him as well as that fifth choice for, the interior, for the wingers, as well as that false nine position as well. So, we'll wait and see. Most important thing, Collado has renewed his contract, giving us that 1 year extra swing room, so to speak, to play around with him, see if he goes out on loan or stays in the team. And then next summer, really decide his future. To sell him, maybe renew his contract again, wherever it may be. But for now, Collado renews his contract for 1 more year until 2024, but his future is still undecided. The next and final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Pablo Gavi. We are freaking in August. I cannot believe I'm still saying this, but we gotta wait for that 18th birthday. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Gavi will turn 18 on August the 5th, which of course is this Friday, and then he'll be eligible to sign a contract longer than the length of 4 years. I'll say this, if he renews this contract for 3 years, I'm gonna be fuming. We waited 2 months to renew his contract for maybe 4 or 5 years. That would be so bad if we renew him for 3. Anyways, the agreement for his renewal is almost closed, and some small details will be cleared up when he turns 18 soon. So again, Barcelona had decided back in June to wait till he's 18 to offer him a contract that's longer than 4 years. Again, they could offer him right now a 3-year renewal, no problem whatsoever, but they wouldn't offer him that longer renewal with the bigger release clause as well, that exclusive €1 billion release clause. So we'll wait to see on Gavi this Friday. Hopefully, after the club now sell some players, get some registration in, they can resolve that situation as well. But again, renewals on the verge of completion, I'm not worried about this whatsoever. Again, 18-year-old asking for €100,000 per week, I am a bit worried about for the future, but right now we're not in the future, we're in the present. Gavi will renew his contract very, very soon, after hopefully a week or so after his birthday. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is the biggest news in my opinion over the past 24 hours, and that is Barcelona have done it. They have activated the third and final, as of right now, of course, economic lever of the summer, which of course was going to be the emergency plan, but it has been activated. Official announcement from the club, as Barcelona announced the sale of 24.5% of Barca Studios to Socios.com for €100 million to accelerate the club's audio visuals, blockchain, NFT, and Web3 strategy as well. So, third lever has been activated. Now, of course, Joan Laporta hinted about this in the press conference for the Jules Kounde presentation. We talked about this being an emergency, right? I think now the club have activated this just to be on the safe side, and also actually to develop Barcelona studios as well. Again, we were given the approval by the associates, by the members, to sell 49.9%, but we only sold half of that in 24.5%. I think it's because actually Joan Laporta really wants to develop Barcelona studios, make it worth more money, reinvest, get that €100 million that we do get from Socios worth more, get that reinvestment, and also of course get the €100 million to register all the signings and have no worries whatsoever. Alfredo Martinez came out saying that FC Barcelona hope to be able to register all their new signings and also complete the arrivals of Azpilicueta, Alonso, and also now maybe Bernardo Silva with the third economic lever. Now I'm officially balling. I am not. We could get breaking news from Jordan Romero. Oh, we cannot register anyone. We're gonna go into the season with freaking Martin Braithwaite, Memphis Depay, and Abde as our front three. I would say, Jordan Romero, I love you, but you're 100% wrong. Registration is no longer a worry. We've activated 3 goddamn levers. If it's a worry, something's going on in that boardroom. But of course, the board right now, Mateu Alemany, Rafael Uste, Jordi Cruyff, Joan Laporta, are working miracles. They've done it again. Registration now will no longer be a problem. Signings will not be a problem. Azpilicueta, Alonso, Bernardo Silva. We could sign Messi right now as well, won't be a problem. So Nothing to worry about. The emergency economic lever has now been activated, which of course 24.5% of Barcelona studios sold for 100 million euros to socios.com is now official and confirmed, and Barcelona now will no longer have any problems in this summer transfer window. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly is about the return of Lionel Messi. Are you thinking about it right now? You're gonna wait till after the World Cup? Secondly, on Bernardo Silva and Frenkie de Jong kind of together. You think firstly Man United will sell Frenkie de Jong? Think he'll stay and take a pay cut? And if he does go to Man United, do you think Barcelona will actually get Bernardo Silva? Thirdly, on those departures, Neto, Riqui Puig, Braithwaite, Abde on loan, maybe even Collado. You think those will happen very, very quickly over the next week or so, or not? And finally, of course, your thoughts on Barcelona activating that third and final emergency economic lever. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.